years ago, a pastor friend of mine was wonderfully used to touch things in people's lives that needed to be touched by the Lord. And one of the things that was stated in one of his teachings was, what do you get when you squeeze an orange? You get orange juice. Why? Because that's what was in the orange. I think there are places in our lives, and every one of us could admit to this, that there are places we have been squeezed, and what has come out is actually manifesting what has been in us. It could be anger, it could be hurt, and oftentimes hurt is covered over by anger. So that initial burst of emotion that we may hear or feel or experience from another person is because there's hurt there that has been covered over by anger, because the anger serves in an odd way as a protection from being hurt further. It's almost an off-putting thing, because when anger comes at you, you tend to back up or pull away or close your own heart, which never resolves anything. God is calling us to walk with open hearts, hearts that have been touched by His grace, His mercy, His forgiveness, His healing. And the more our hearts have been touched by Him, the more we have allowed our hearts to be opened up before Him and before others, we are experiencing a depth of richness and healing that can only come as we allow ourselves to be vulnerable to others, to open our heart and to let what's in us be revealed or touched in a meaningful way. So I believe that as we come into contact with other people and those situations occur where perhaps anger comes forth, if we will allow God to tenderize our own heart and to remain open perhaps to the person that is lashing out at you, if we'll allow our hearts to remain open to them, there's a wonderful possibility there, a setting, maybe even a setup, a setting where real conversation can take place, where the depth of feeling comes forth and the expression of the hurt or the experience that you are having can be shared with another that will touch the heart of another. You've heard me say, what leaves a heart reaches a heart. When I can come from the depths of my own heart with a sense of realness, not that you're trying to put on something to look good, but you're just vulnerable and you let the depth of hurt or anger, or possibly it's something that's a glorious expression, not a negative thing. We will touch the heart of others that makes them feel safe enough to also share with us. It can be a healing pathway that we find ourselves on. And so in the midst of trouble, in the midst of vulnerable situations, in the midst of things that could even be confusing to us, if we will remain open and trusting of the Lord Jesus Himself, we will find that out of our hearts and out of these awkward situations, the depths of the cross, the depths of all that He died to give us in terms of forgiveness and coming into wholeness, all of that can flow with ease and in a richness that perhaps would not have happened had this difficulty come forth. So I would just encourage you that in the midst of trials, in the midst of hard things, allow your heart to be softened by everything. I'm not saying allow everyone to run over you. That's not healthy. But when you find your peace in the Lord, and your trust and your vulnerability is based upon His working in your life, you're not looking to people to fix you. You've pressed into God to say, come forth in the midst of this. Change in me whatever needs to be changed. Fix what needs to be fixed in this family or this relationship. And let it bring great glory to your name. That can only happen as we are willing to lay down our own lives and to embrace His life, because we fully trust that His working is always for good, never for evil. So in the midst of it all, trust Him. He's there to enrich, to heal, and to glorify His name in the midst of it all. Trust Him.